Beautiful shot of downtown Philadelphia. There's William Penn. A city that they say is always sunny. As Brandon Marsh leads off here in the bottom of the 7th, takes ball 1.
It wasn't sunny on the golf course yesterday when I was playing. Raining out there at River Wind. Love that golf course. Love the staff too, taking care of your boy Train.
That's what I like to hear.
Yeah, they took care of me. Told me a lot of good Phillies stories about me giving up home runs to Ryan Howard. Kind of like the one Pete Alonso hit, but he hit me over the batter's eye.
Brandon Marsh rolling one foul. You missed the vet, right? You never got to pitch at the vet.
I got a chance.
Oh, you did?
I got a chance. The end of my rookie year, pitching the vet. But yeah, this is a tough play.
There's the glove.
Still looks like he's just a hair off of it. You know what I mean, at the time, but
might be one that would have been too close to overturn. Maybe that's why the Mets sat on it. Maybe they had a chance there, though. Getting late in this game, you do want to go after a challenge, maybe a little more aggressive now that it's the 7th inning. The Mets decided not to. Reed Garrett's the new pitcher. There's the Fanatic.
One of the better mascots in sports.
And there's something for you.
You know what gets me nervous on that four-wheeler, though?
Well, you can drive. Bounced foul. Play auto Kemp made.
Well, Kemp, if the runner gets on, Kemp has to hold the runner at first. That's a base hit. You have a chance to have first and third, and so baseball's a game of inches and plays, and so tough break for the Mets.
Yeah, it's interesting they didn't try to challenge that. Marsh slaps one the other way. That's a fair ball into the corner. What a night for Brandon Marsh. He's 3 for 3.
Excellent hitting by Marsh, allowing that ball to travel deep. Now he's trying to cover the off-speed Wayne, but this is a fastball. The swing is short. If he tries to get big on that fastball at high velocity, he will not catch up. I love that he got his foot down early, shorten the swing, and let Garrett supply the power.
Well, Marsh was hitting under 100 after the month of April. Since about the middle of May, he's hit over 350 now, and the Philly Fanatic hoping the Phillies can take the lead here in the bottom of the 7th. Now they have the leadoff man in scoring position. Marsh batting .347, dating back to May 19th when he had a multi-hit game to start snapping out of it. It had been a slump to begin the year. 3 hits tonight. On the top of the order with a chance to drive him in this tie game. Good pitch by Garrett. Now Garrett's been really good. You can make the argument he's been the best Mets reliever this year. Edwin Diaz is still their closer, but Garrett has been an incredibly good setup man and a valuable one. A 1.23 ERA. 2 balls and a strike on Turner.
I agree with you, Wayne, 1,000%. One of the better setup men in all of baseball. He's a tough cover. Fastball can run anywhere from 95 to 99 miles an hour. You see the slider has depth change. He throws it with conviction.
2 balls, 1 strike here on Trey Turner. 0 for 3 tonight. Swing and a miss. There's that slider getting Turner to chase. 2-2.
I felt like that was a get-me-over slider as far as the velocity. He can get that slider up to 90 miles an hour. Very sharp turn left.
Marsh at second, the go-ahead run here in the 7th. Turner loops it down the right field side. That's dropping. That's a base hit. It gives the Phillies the lead. Marsh scores. Turner motors to second. An RBI double. The Phillies break the tie.
Trey Turner said, "You got me one time on that slider, not again." This one stayed up. Turner just barreled that baseball, and now you're seeing the ability of this Philly lineup to be able to hit the baseball the other way. Rob Thompson talked about that. But that's an excellent slider by Garrett, falling off the plate. This one caught too much of the plate, and he just threw his hands to be able to barrel that baseball. And man, it seemed like he was at first base by the time that ball landed.
Two opposite field doubles to start this inning against Garrett. Garrett also gave up a big game tying double the other night to Marcell Ozuna. A pitch that he later regretted. Garrett tends to call his own pitches. He got overruled by the catcher Alvarez. Garrett agreed to the pitch, and it was the one that Ozuna hit against Garrett the other night. Garrett's ERA entering June 5th was 0.68. It's gone up as he's given up some runs in a couple of recent outings, and now another one tonight.
Yeah, that's a mistake, and the responsibility is always on the pitcher. You have to be convicted on what you want to throw and live or die with the result.
2 balls and a strike on Schwarber. Now ball 3. Turner at second, a run already home. Phillies have taken the lead here.
Pitch. Kyle Schwarber looking for that fastball out over the plate. Garrett does a good job of throwing a changeup just to slow him down and put another inkling in Schwarber's head.
That's ball 4 to Schwarber, so Garrett has not recorded an out. 2 doubles and a walk. Here comes Jeremy Hefner. Let's take you back to Tuesday when Ozuna had a weak swing at that splitter from Garrett. And he threw it again, and Ozuna lined it down the line. But Garrett wanted to throw the fastball after he saw Ozuna all messed up on the previous pitch.
Yeah, but that was a non-convicted throw, and so if you're in between pitches, a lot like a hitter, you're not going to give your plus swing. It's the same thing as a pitcher. If you're in between pitches, Wayne, I've never thrown a pitch that's been successful if I'm in between. You have to be convicted on the mound and live or die with that result. And so that was the first mistake. Also, that second split finger was poorly executed because he wasn't convicted in what he wanted to throw. And so Ozuna ended up beating him. And so there's no worse a feeling than feeling like, man, I got beat with a pitch that I really didn't want to throw.
Here tonight, he allowed a double to Brandon Marsh to start the inning, then another to Trey Turner. Each hit to the opposite field. He's walked Schwarber and brings up Bohm. With 2 on, nobody out. Bohm, a .309 hitter lifetime with runners in scoring position. He's 0 for 3 tonight. Takes ball 1 from Garrett. The Brewers are leading Minnesota tonight. It's 3-0 in the 6th. Jacob Mizorowski in his second major league start, 5 perfect innings with 5 strikeouts tonight. There's Justin Garza getting ready in the Mets bullpen. The Angels and Astros have just started in Anaheim tonight. And best wishes to Ron Washington, the manager of the Angels, as he has stepped away from the managerial role. Out indefinitely as he battles an illness. Hopefully he'll be back in the dugout soon. There's a base hit for Bohm to right. They're going to wave Turner to the plate. Soto will hit the cutoff man. Trying for third base is Schwarber, and he is safe under the tag.
Starting to see this Philadelphia lineup come alive. It's almost looking like death of 1,000 cuts here. Another opposite field hit. This is an excellent sinker by Garrett. Barreling down on Bohm. The Bohm showing his athleticism, getting out of the way, clearing himself enough so he can get that barrel just enough to get himself another RBI. And Turner flying around the bases.
Garrett does not record an out here in the 7th inning. 4 straight Phillies reach, 2 have scored, and Garrett heads for the dugout. Phillies have broken the tie here in the bottom of the 7th. Back-to-back doubles, and now this base hit through the right side by Alec Bohm, scoring Trey Turner. And a throw coming in toward the plate. Kyle Schwarber made his way to third.
Yeah, I don't think Soto had any chance, especially when Turner's chin in the pocket. His speed is outstanding.
Now a looper with the infield in, and a base hit for Castellanos. Schwarber comes home easily, and the Phillies with a 3-run 7th, still nobody out. They lead it 5-2.
Wow, that's an excellent slider off the plate. But Castellanos just throws his hands a lot like Bohm. Showing the bat-to-ball skills and situational hitting has been excellent, especially in this inning. And they are fired up right now. They want this ball game.
Phillies would take over first place in the National League East if they hold on here. It's been a rough go for the Mets, who at one point were 45-24. The best record in baseball. The Phillies were knocked out of first place at the end of May by the Mets. The Phillies were in the midst of losing 9 out of 10. They've gone on another roll since then as Justin Garza looks for some outs here in the 7th, and what has been a miserable week now, week plus for the Mets. Swept at home last week by the Rays. They went to Atlanta and ran into the Braves' best 3 starting pitchers. Now fly ball to right, hit pretty well. Soto has some room shy of the track as Kepler flies out, but tagging at second base, Bohm goes to third.
But this is the part of the season, and Carlos Mendoza talked about it, that injuries happen to everybody. It's just been unfortunate that it's happened to the starting pitcher, and now it's really exposed their bullpen. And so you have a ball game like today where all of a sudden you have Tidwell that goes into the 4th inning. How many arms and how many matchups have to go your way to be able to win a ball game in a hostile environment against a very good ball club across the diamond?
Like we just said, the Phillies lost 9 out of 10. They've quickly turned it back to catch up to what they had dropped, winning 8 of the last 10 and leading tonight. So it can turn around quickly for a good team, which the Mets are. They're going through it right now. Every team does at different times over the course of a long season. Still some outs left for the Phillies to get tonight, but they have a 3-run lead now, and they still have men on the corners here with only 1 out. Real Muto is 2 for 3 with a single and a run scored.
The bottom of the order of the Philadelphia Phillies has been absolutely excellent, being able to continue to turn over the lineup for the teeth. Garza having a difficult time getting the baseball downhill. You're seeing all the misses above the zone right now, and so just got to calm down and harness that adrenaline, get the baseball out in front.
Garza does not have a lot of major league experience, and he has walked Real Muto to load the bases. So now the Mets at a point here where they're trying to keep this game relatively close. The Phillies can bust it open now with 1 swing as Bryson Stott, who does have some power, comes to the plate. Stott has walked twice and struck out tonight. Let's have their infield mostly in as Stott takes ball 1.
It seems like Stott has seen 30 pitches today as far as elongating the count, and so Garza's going to have to find a way to be able to start landing in the strike zone.
There's a strike. Remember, Stott struck out looking his last time on a couple of pitches that he didn't like at the bottom of the zone. It's a fly ball, left center field, pretty deep. Taylor's back at the wall. It's off the wall. side by side almost. A threat of the plate, and they're both safe. We were going to see that Carlton Fisk play. Two guys trying to score at the same time on a play at the plate.
JT Realmuto was right on Nick Castellanos' heels the whole time, and I love the timing of the slide. They sensed each other and the way they were running. It was almost like they were in sync, and both of these guys avoided the slide.
Imagine if Torrens would have caught that just a second sooner.
Man. But how do you not love baseball, Wayne? That was beautifully sequenced, and now the game is broken open. Stott did a good job of finally jumping on a pitch, center cut out over the plate and driving it. That's exactly what Rob Thompson wanted from him.
Well, Bryson Stott blows the game open as Kemp strikes out. It's a 3-run double. Stott taking third on the throw home. Bohm scoring, Castellanos and Realmuto scoring in sync.
Now the Philly fanatic is chilling. He says, we got this game in the bag now. So not too fast. We'll see.
With 2 outs, Marsh, who started this rally, is at the plate. Marsh is 3 for 3 tonight. He doubled and scored at the beginning of this inning. He's the 10th batter for Philadelphia. And his average, which was in the 100s for a while, now 268.
Looking for his first 4-hit game of the season, and so
Realmuto's checking out how he and Castellanos scored virtually side by side, one right after the other. How about the call by Jonathan Parr, the home plate umpire? That's like the thing you're waiting for your whole life.
Yeah.
He called them both safe. Whoa. He made the safe signal twice.
And the play obviously is in front of Jonathan, and so he got around it. Made sure he had a good angle to see that not only the first chance of attack, but the second one as well.
Here's Marsh with a fly ball to right center as Taylor gets over to make the catch. What an inning for the Phillies.